Hey folks, my name's Patrick and I'm from the YouTube channel The Whiskey Cove. I'm bringing you a new video collaboration with Men's Journal about the smoothest of the smooth whiskies. And if you're anything like me, you've had your fair share of pours that feel like a throat punch in a glass. But once in a while, you'll find a whiskey that is so smooth, so easy drinking, that it makes you stop and go, yeah, that's the one. Now, I've got hundreds of bottles on the shelf. You might see one or two behind me. American, Japanese, Scotch and Welsh, you name it, I probably have it. And today, I'm giving you 5 of the smoothest whiskies I own. We'll break down flavor, mash bills, ABVs and proof, and throw in a little bit of history on the way. So let's go ahead and dive on in. Let's start with Old Medley 12, a bourbon that doesn't get nearly enough the hype it deserves. It comes from the Medley family distillery out of Kentucky, distillers dating all the way back to the 1800s. This 12-year wheated bourbon is truly a hidden gem. It's a wheated bourbon, so while the exact mash bill on this bottle is not disclosed, we know corn leads the way. Wheat then follows as the secondary grain, and then malted barley is in there just to help enough with fermentation and balance. Wheat replaces rye in the mash bill, giving it a soft, rounded sweetness. Think caramel, vanilla, warm leather, aged to perfection. ABV on this is going to be 43.3% ABV or 86.6 proof. Not the highest or the lowest ABV, but with the lack of rye in the mash bill, you get no spice kick, no ethanol bite, just pure laid back sipping. Next up, one of the smoothest, most approachable blends to come out of Japan is the Suntory Toki. Suntory has been a cornerstone of Japanese whiskey since 1899, and they're the team behind legendary Japanese whiskey brands like Yamazaki, Hakushu, and Chita. So Toki means time in Japanese. It's the modern everyday blend, crafted really to be light, clean, and very versatile. This Japanese blended whiskey has an ABV of 43% or 86 proof, and the mash bill is malted barley and grain whiskey. It combines malt whiskey from Hakushu, known for its fresh herbal notes, with grain whiskey from Chita, which brings softness and a balance to round it all out quite brilliantly, if I'm being honest. And the result gives it a really nice crisp green apple note with a touch of white pepper and a drizzle of honey and just a whisper of oak on the finish. It was originally really designed for highballs, which are really big in Japan, but honestly, it's so smooth, drinking it neat is how you want to do it. And if you're just starting your journey into Japanese whiskey, Toki is the kind of bottle that eases you in without really overwhelming your palate. Now let's head on over to Scotland, specifically the Speyside region, for really a true icon of the Scotch world, and that is Macallan 12-year sherry oak. This bottle is legendary for a reason. Macallan has been distilling since 1824, and they were pioneers in maturing whiskey in sherry seasoned oak casks from Jerez in Spain. A decision that changed the Scotch world forever. These European oak cask seasons with rich Oloroso sherry give Macallan its signature depth. Expect luxurious layers of dried figs, golden rayers, orange zest, dark chocolate, and warming bacon spices along the way, all delivered with a really silky mouthfeel that glides effortlessly across your palate. This whiskey is really the silk pajamas of the whiskey world. A little bit more expensive than those regular long johns, but as soon as you put them on, you'll know why you paid a little bit more for it. The mash bill on this is going to be 100% malted barley, 43% ABV or 86 proof. With Macallan 12, there's no peat here. This is a Speyside elegance at its finest. It's not trying to be bold or brash. It's built for really so slow sipping, quiet moments to feeling of having something truly refined and very well done in your glass. So if you're looking for a Scotch that delivers on richness without the smoke and with the smoothness, without really sacrificing any of the complexity, Macallan 12 is the gold standard. Next up is Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Select, a premium expression from one of the world's and Americans' most iconic distilleries, the Jack Daniel's distillery. It's bottled at 47% ABV or 94 proof with a mash bill of 80% corn, 12% malted barley and then 8% rye. Aged longer and pulled from individual barrels that show their exceptional character, unlike the old number 7. This isn't really the bottle that you pulled off the shelf at the age of 22 when you're at university. This is the one you pour when you've earned something a little bit better. Now, what makes this whiskey so smooth? It all starts with the Lincoln County process, Tennessee's signature method. The distillate is slowly filtered through 10 feet of sugar maple charcoal before it even hits the barrel. This charcoal mellowing strips out impurities and rounds off the edges, making the final spirit soft, clean, but oh so rich. And then comes the aging process. Each barrel then is hand-picked from the upper tiers of the rick house where temperature swings intensify flavor. You get deep, concentrated notes of toasted oak, cinnamon, banana, caramel, with a slightly spicy backbone thanks to the rye in this mash bill. And despite being 47% ABV or 94 proof, the mouthfeel is really oily and creamy, full-bodied with no ethanol bite. It's just a little warm with a really nice smooth finish that lingers all the way. If you've written off Jack Daniel's as just another mass market bottle, Single Barrel Select is the one that will change your mind. Last but not least, we're heading to Wales, my old stomping grounds, for a bottle that is proudly Welsh as it gets, and that is Penderyn Celt. This distillery helped revive a national tradition. Wales has been without a whiskey industry for over a century until Penderyn opened its doors in early 2000s. And then they just didn't bring back, they reinvented it with their own identity. At the heart of Penderyn's uniqueness is their Faraday still, a custom-built single-column copper still designed by Dr. David Faraday. Unlike traditional pot stills, this produces an exceptional, pure, high-strength spirit in a single run, actually around 92% ABV, if you can believe that. And that comes straight off the still, giving their whiskey a very natural, light, and elegant character, even before aging. Now, Celt is one of their core expressions. It's also lightly peated, but don't expect a really heavy, smoky slap to the face. This is no big Isle of Skye bruiser like Lafroy or Ardbeg. Instead, the smoke is gentle, coastal, more like sea spray and hearth smoke than bonfire. It's beautifully layered with soft fruit, apples, pears, with a little bit of honey, some vanillas and light oak, thanks to its maturation in ex-bourbon barrels. And at 41% ABV and 82 proof, and with 100% mash bill of malted barley, it's incredibly approachable and very, very mellow. The kind of whiskey you can hand someone who says they don't like peated Scotch, and they will be halfway through the glass before they realize it's smoky at all. It's smooth, balanced, and quietly complex. It's like a Celtic ballad in a bottle. And for me personally, as someone with roots in Wales, it's more than just a pour. It's a bit of home. So there you have it, folks. 5 bottles that prove smooth doesn't mean boring. From the sweet warmth of a 12-year Kentucky wheater to the crisp balance of Japanese grain and malt, to the sherried elegance of Speyside, to the bold redefinement of Tennessee and the gentle coastal smokes of Wales. These pours cover a lot of ground, but they all have one thing in common, and that is they glide. No harsh burn, no palate fatigue, just depth, character, and craftsmanship that lets you slow down, savor with every single sip. Whether you're just starting out in the whiskey world or have shelves full, like I kind of do, these bottles are the kind you'll want to come back to, not because they scream attention, but because they quietly earn it. Until next time, folks, stay smooth, and I'll see you here at the Whiskey Cove.